Hi everyone, welcome to Story Time with the Intern Queen. I thought I would tell you guys a funny story, an embarrassing story that happened to me at one of my favorite internships. And this is true story. So I had this internship, I believe it was my junior year of college when I was at the University of Central Florida, UCF. And it was at the Daily Buzz. Little did I know that if I was gonna intern at a morning show, I was gonna have to be there at 3 in the morning. So my hours were 3 a.m. to 9 a.m., 3 days a week as an intern. And remember, I was a college student, so my roommates would be up, partying and having people over, and it would be 2:30 in the morning and I'd be packing up for my internship. I was like the little engine that could. I was like, bye guys, gotta go. So, interns always get a bad rep for having to get coffee for people. I would argue that, someone has to get the coffee, and as long as you're not doing it every single day, it's fine to get coffee for the employees every once in a while. Well, my job was to get coffee for the celebrity guests that were in the green room at the Daily Buzz. So on this specific day, the celebrity guest was Carrot Top, the best of Orlando. So I go into the break room and I look at the coffee machine and it looks like a Zamboni. I did not know what button to press. So I just start, pressing all the buttons on the coffee machine, and no coffee comes out, but water just starts spewing everywhere. And I started to panic and I'm pressing the buttons, I'm trying to make it stop, and it's not stopping. So water from this coffee machine is starting to spray all over the floor. So I didn't know what to do, and this really angry salesman comes in and he's like, "What are you doing in my break room?" So I was really nervous, so I run out in the hallway to try to find one of the other Daily Buzz interns to help me. And of course, the only person that I find in the hallway is Clayton Morris, one of the anchors of the show, the person I did not want to see. So I see him. I don't think I'd ever spoken to him before. And I was like, Clayton, help! I need some help in the break room. I think I did something bad to the coffee. He's like, what? So he comes into the break room, he looks at it, of course he presses one button and everything stops, he had the magical touch, and he really saved me because the break room was starting to flood. There were puddles on the floor. So it's funny because him and I now had this relationship. We had this experience together with the coffee. And if you guys follow Intern Queen, you know that I really value and believe in staying in touch with your professional contacts. So, I built a professional relationship with Clayton over the course of our internship, and I always stayed in touch with him. My Intern Queen rule is that you stay in touch with your professional contacts 3 times per year, right? Well, when my first book was coming out, I wanted to get on television for it. I wanted to promote the book. So I reached out to Clayton, who's now one of the anchors on Fox and Friends, and I said, "Hey Clayton," he remembered me. We'd been staying in touch all these years. And I said, "Is there any way that I could come on the show with my book?" And he figured it out, and sure enough, I went on the show. My book was #1 on Amazon that day, and it was all because of Clayton. And so again, it goes to show you that you're gonna mess up at these internships. You're gonna feel so embarrassed, right? You're gonna have to ask people you don't wanna ask for help, but you do it and it's okay. You learn as an intern so that when you're in that first job, you know what you're doing and you don't break the coffee machine. And again, it just goes to show that you never know where relationships and connections are gonna end up. So I'm grateful for that one coffee spill, because now, hopefully Clayton and I will be in touch for many years to come. The end.